Yo, what's going on, Cowboys Nation? I hope you're sitting down for this one, because we have absolutely massive news breaking out of Dallas today, and this might be one of the biggest off-season developments we've seen in years. Yes, it's true. Mikael Williams is officially in Dallas, and the contract has been confirmed. No more rumors, no more speculation, this is the real deal. The Dallas Cowboys have just landed one of the most explosive young defensive talents in all of football, and the implications of this move could reshape the entire direction of the franchise going into the 2025 season and beyond. If you've been paying attention at all to college football or draft talk over the last year, you know the name Mikael Williams carries serious weight. This guy isn't just another defensive end with potential, he's a physical monster, a 6'5", 270-pound freak of nature who can bull rush, spin, swim, or just straight up run past offensive tackles like they're standing still. And now he's wearing the star. Dallas didn't just draft him, they locked him into an exclusive contract, something rarely done with rookies unless the team has supreme confidence in what he brings to the table. This is a strategic, high-stakes move by Jerry Jones in the front office, one that suggests the Cowboys aren't just retooling for another playoff push, they're thinking dynasty. And let me be clear, this wasn't a random draft pick or an impulse signing. Dallas has been tracking Mikael for months. Ever since his combine performance where he ran a sub 4.7 40-yard dash at his size, put up insane bench press numbers, and blew scouts away with his agility in shuttle drills, he was on their radar. Behind closed doors, there were whispers from scouts that the Cowboys saw him as a long-term anchor on the defensive line, possibly even a successor or sidekick to Micah Parsons, depending on how the contract talks with Parsons evolve. Because yes, let's be honest, while fans love Micah and everything he's done in Dallas, his price tag is going up. He's due for a mega extension soon, maybe even the most expensive non-QB contract in NFL history, and the front office knows they need leverage. Not because they don't want to keep Micah, but because if those negotiations go sideways, they can't afford to be left with a hole at edge. Mikael Williams gives them that flexibility, that security. It's a chess move, not checkers, and it tells you everything about how Dallas is planning their future. Let's talk about what Williams brings on the field. First of all, his motor is non-stop. This guy doesn't quit on plays. He can line up wide or shift inside on third downs. His burst off the line is ridiculous. He uses his long arms to keep linemen off his chest, and once he disengages, he closes on the quarterback like a heat-seeking missile. In college, he racked up sacks, QB pressures, and tackles for loss at an elite clip, even when offenses schemed against him. He's not just a pass rusher either, he's strong against the run, holding his edge and forcing runners inside. He's the kind of player who makes everyone around him better, collapsing the pockets so linebackers and safeties can feast. And remember, he's only 20 years old. His ceiling is outrageous. Now, some skeptics might say he's raw, that his technique needs polishing, and they're not wrong. There are times when he relies too much on his athleticism instead of setting up his moves. But that's where coaching comes in. With the Cowboys' defensive staff and veterans like Parsons around him, he's walking into an environment built for growth. If he can sharpen his hand placement, develop a secondary move off the edge, and get consistent snap timing, he could become an all-pro in just a couple of seasons. What's more exciting is what this means for the Cowboys' defense as a whole. Think about this lineup: Micah Parsons on one edge, Mikael Williams on the other, Osa Odighizuwa and Mazi Smith clogging up the middle, and Leighton Vander Esch or Damone Clark flying around behind them. That's a front seven with speed, power, versatility, and now depth. They can rotate bodies, keep guys fresh, throw multiple looks at offenses. You want a NASCAR package on third down with all pass rushers? Done. You want a base 4-3 to stuff the run? Easy. This signing gives Dan Quinn or whoever's calling the defense next season a whole new set of toys to play with. And don't forget about what this means in the bigger picture. The Cowboys know they're on the edge of contention. Last season ended in disappointment, another early playoff exit, another offseason of soul-searching. But this year, it's clear they're trying to shift the identity of the team. Less talk, more bite. They've beefed up the trenches. They're focusing on balance, on being able to win tough games in December and January. Mikael Williams fits that mold perfectly. He's not flashy with his words, he's a worker. And that's the mentality Dallas needs right now. From a business standpoint, the exclusive contract gives Dallas a rare edge. Instead of risking a bidding war or a drawn-out rookie deal, they've locked him down early. That means he's fully integrated into the system from day one, no distractions, no holdouts. It also sends a message to the rest of the locker room: we're serious about building something long-term. This isn't just about making the playoffs. It's about building a team that can dominate for the next 3-5 years. And that's where we need to address the elephant in the room, Micah Parsons. Now, this doesn't mean Dallas is moving on from him. Let me be very clear, Micah is the heart and soul of this defense. But business is business. The front office has to consider every possibility, and if those contract negotiations reach a point where the numbers don't add up, they now have a contingency. And that contingency's name is Mikael Williams. Imagine a scenario where Micah does sign long-term. Then you've got both of them wreaking havoc. Offenses will have no idea who to double-team. You can't leave either guy one-on-one, and if you try, your quarterback is eating turf. But if the front office chooses to invest heavily in other positions, say, locking up CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott while drafting cheap talent like Mikael on defense, that's another valid path. It's a cap league. You can't pay everyone, but you can plan smart. And this is smart. I've already seen fans going crazy on social media. Some are hyped, others are skeptical, wondering if it's too early to get excited. But let me ask you this: when was the last time Dallas brought in a young defensive end with this kind of upside, this kind of physical profile, and this much opportunity to make an impact right away? This isn't a guy buried on the depth chart. He's going to play, possibly start. He'll be tested, no doubt, but if he rises to the occasion, he's going to be a game changer. So here's my final take: this is a bold, aggressive move that shows Dallas is tired of coming up short. They're tired of being almost there. Mikael Williams represents a shift in strategy, a commitment to building through the trenches, a signal that this team is ready to reload, not rebuild. If you're a Cowboys fan, this is the kind of news that should fire you up. It means the team isn't settling. They're going after elite talent and locking them in before the rest of the league catches on. So buckle up, because training camp is going to be electric, the preseason is going to be must-watch TV, and when the regular season kicks off, all eyes are going to be on number 99 or whatever number Mikael ends up wearing to see just how much of an impact he's going to make. And I for one think he's about to make a huge one. That's all I've got for this breaking news update, but believe me, we're just getting started. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for non-stop Cowboys coverage, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Mikael Williams will be the next great Dallas defender? Or is this move setting up something even bigger down the line? Either way, the future just got a whole lot more interesting in Dallas, and I'll be right here with you every step of the way to break it all down.